Hi everyone, Thumper here. We're back on our DCS Liberation Mozdok to Mycop campaign. It is turn 12, and last turn we attacked this SA-10 S300 site here with a pretty large seed attack. This turn, it's still in commission because there is still the flap-lid track radar, which we didn't manage to take out. But this turn, we are doing something similar to what we did a couple turns ago. We're spending this turn to actually just kind of get to better position. We're going to be passing the turn here and going on to the next one. There are some things we have going on here that are kind of interesting. We have transferring into this Cherkessk FARP our AH-64 Apache squadron, so they're going to be occupying that. We have additionally the F-16 squadron is going to be transferring up here to Mineralny Vodi. So we'll be able to purchase more of them. And we have back here at Mozdok, with them moving out, we are purchasing a bunch of F-18s. And we reduced the number of B-1s that we have just because I'm not really getting use out of them anyway. The reason for all of this is that, you know, I've had a lot of slots filled up for pretty huge bar cap capability, but I'm not really getting use out of a lot of them. So I want to start getting a lot of ground strike stuff going on, so we're filling up with F-18s and F-16s so we can start kind of cleaning up to end the mission here. Now, I did do some other investigating as well, and I think one major thing I've been missing out on is this transfer units tab. It does allow us to transfer ground units up to the front line, basically. So I've been kind of missing out on that. If we look here, yeah, we can see we can start transferring units up to the Cherkessk FARP. I think, though, even with doing this, the main issue is if we click up here at our Cherkessk FARP, which is acting as our front line, it's going to say we have, you know, 69 ground units, up to 15 deployable, 54 reserves. I think that 15 deployable is the issue that we've been having. So let's see. What is this little thing here? Deployable unit limit 15. 15 is the base, plus 12 per connected ammo depot. 0 depots connected. Okay. So they will be held in reserve, which is easy enough. It's still, though, I'm going to move up all my troops, but that's why I've had such a small front line presence. So let's go ahead and pass this turn and see how things look. Actually, real quick, let's just take a look just so we can have some reference. Economy, that's normal. Let's look at our enemy here. They have 80 million. Their income is 80 million, and then they have 14 million as their balance. They have 24 aircraft. We have 49. We have 71 ground units. That's actually a lot less than I thought it was. We must have, it's just probably from losing some last turn. And then they have 39 ground units. So let's go ahead and hit pass turn and see what changes. Our front line positioning remained exactly the same, which is good. I mean, that's better than taking a major penalty. Normally, passing the turn makes you lose some control points. So it's nice that it didn't make us lose too much there. If we look up here, let's check our intel tab again. Enemy spent all their money, so let's see what they spent it on. They have 26 aircraft, so they bought, what's that, two, I think? Either Fulcrums or fullbacks, I think. I'm not sure. They have 40 ground units, so they bought a few more ground units, which shouldn't be too much of a problem because we're going to have pretty big cast presence as well with Apaches and the 2 A-10s that we have. So let's go ahead and do some purchases here. Let's fill up our Apache squadron. Let's fill up this slot here with F-16s. We have nothing that we can really purchase at this FARP. And Back here, we are completely full. We have 22 F-18s. So on this turn, we're gonna start looking. We're gonna start looking at this Puma site, this SA-11 here. We're gonna start looking at doing what we got to do to get rid of it. So let's go ahead and clear out the flights we have in here. And let's start with our normal bar cap. Bar cap. We're going to do F-14s up here up front. That covers the front line easily. And let's do 2 more of those. We'll call that one 4158. And we'll do a 3rd bar cap flight with F-14s. And we'll put that one exactly 1 hour in. So we have some coverage for the late game strikes that Red likes to engage in. And up here at this FARP, let's put bar cap for the Eagles in. Same thing we've been doing, 44, 47. And similar to what we just did with the F-14s, we'll put 1 bar cap flight 1 hour in. That looks good. So next thing, let's get our front line action queued up here. So we're going to have a cast flight, 2 A-10s. We'll have that get there as soon as possible. That looks fine to me. But that's not the only flight we're going to do. We're going to send some Apaches. We will send some as soon as possible. We have, I think, 6 to use, so let's call this one 40 minutes in. And let's call this one an hour in. That's going to be pretty solid cast presence, so hopefully they'll be able to clean up those, 40 vehicles before they chase us off. And let's start looking at this SA-11. This turn, this guy is going to be my focus. We are going to overwhelm him if we absolutely have to. So on this flight, we are going to schedule dead with... What we're going to do is schedule F-18s, since they have to come from all the way back at Mozdok. And we are going to put ourselves in an F-16, flying escort. And what we're going to do is we're going to be escorting them as well as we can, but we're also going to be kind of filling a Wild Weasel role, where we're going to try to get the attention of the SA-11 and attract any missiles so that ours can get through. And then let's go ahead and schedule let's start scheduling some more dead in here. Let's do... How do I want to do this? I don't have that many F-16s to use. Let me look. I only have 7 F-16s. So, that being said, I think I'm going to actually... I'm going to give myself a wingman. Being totally real here, he's probably going to die. But, it is what it is. Put him in there. Utilize him. And let's see here. So we're going to want to hit Puma. I'm going to try for 4-man flights. We'll see if they're successful at all. Let's do first a couple of 2-man flights. The reason I want to do a 4-man flight is because they'll pick their targets better with a 4-man flight versus I feel like if I do all 2-man flights, they're all just going to like target what the, just like the center unit, which we don't want, obviously. Let's go ahead and we'll put our time here up to, I mean, yeah, that's what that first flight is. So 40-40. Let's call it 40-45. We'll put another dead F-18s, another 2-man 40-50. And then the other thing I want to do is I do want to put another escort flight on here, because while I'm going to be focusing on weaseling, we will put an actual escort in here that can hopefully make sure that our guys don't die. I'm also concerned with the amount of ammunition I'll be carrying. And let's just put even more flights here. Let's start going for 4-man flights at this point. 4-man. We'll call this one 40-55. We'll do another 4-man here. Call that one 41 minutes. And then let's start looking at these guys. Let's put the rest of our F-16s on dead on that site. Let's call it 4105. And then here we're going to put kind of the rest of our F-18s. You know what? Let me back up here. This flight, let's take off the extra person. And that way I can have an extra flight of F-16s as well. $41.10. That looks good. And again, so this is kind of obviously kind of like another big saturation type attack. We're just trying to overwhelm the enemy. Let's put ASAP is 42.10. Well, I guess we'll keep that as is. We will give these guys an escort as well. We will add another dead flight here. Let's just start going for 4-mans at this point. Let's see. I'm hoping it's going to actually work. The issue with the 4-man flights is they tend to waste their gas. Matter of fact, I might separate these out. I know that's a bit goofy. Let me bump this down. Yeah, just because I've been having such trouble with the 4-man flights. I should have just planned it like this to begin with. I don't know why I did it this way. I was just thinking, the more I think about it, I think I need to separate them out. Dead on Puma. So much dead on Puma. But I think I'm going to continue that trend real quick. So, let's put... I just took like a bunch of aircraft off of the dead on Puma. Let's put some more back on real quick. I just took like 6 aircraft away. ASAP. We'll go for 4115. Dead. F-18s. 2-man. 4120. Just kind of separating them out. Another dead. F-18s. Call that one 4125. Okay. So that is a lot that's going to be hitting that site. A lot. And that's good. That's what we want. We're hoping to clear it out on this turn. And then let's put the rest of our dead capability towards back here. This, what is it, Panther? I think it's Panther. Let's give them an escort like we were just going to. F-14s. We'll keep that ASAP. No, don't add any flights. Let's put more. And dead. F-18s. What is that? 4251. I don't know why that seems like it can get there faster, but let's just call this 43 minutes. Dead. F-18s. 4305. Dead. F-18s. Looks like we have used up all of our F-18s on this planning phase. 4310. That is a lot of stuff. Additionally, we want to start getting some use out of our B1s. Tell you the truth. So what I'm gonna do, we still have some good juicy targets here. We got this warehouse, this workshop. We will go ahead and try to strike it with these B1s. Just one B1 will do fine. We are going to give them an escort as well. And we're going to call this, well, 1 hour. Well, we want it going through kind of similar to when the other things are. So let's have it go in, you know, what 42 minutes. Let's call it 42. 42 minutes. That's when we want that time on target. That's going to be a lot of stuff moving around. A lot of little pieces. A lot going on, but I think we're ready. It's turn 13 now. We have 2 layers of clouds, scattered clouds, so it's going to be something. It's going to be a sight to behold here. So let's go ahead and not pass the turn. Not pass the turn. We're going to go ahead and hit takeoff, and I will see you in the cockpit.